Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you everyone for being here with me today. I am so grateful that you guys have decided to jump into this free masterclass. Today's subject is 6 simple steps for launching your own youth sports coaching business. So if you're a youth sports coach that has always dreamed or has always wanted to start your own sports coaching business, then you are in the right place today, my friends. I'm going to be sharing my screen here so that I could walk you through the class. There will be some Q&A, so if you guys have any questions at the end, I'll be more than happy to answer some of those questions. And again, thank you so much for being here with me today. You guys are in for a huge treat. I'm going to tell you everything step by step. I'm going to walk you step by step. Save all your questions for the end. So make sure that you have a pad and a pen and pad handy so you can take some notes and jot down some questions that you might have. I'm sure you will have at the end of this class. I'm going to stay on for a little bit. I'm going to answer some of those questions. And all right, let's get started. So I'm going to be sharing my screen here. And this is going to walk us through the class itself. So give me a moment here. If you could see my screen, just let me know that you can see the screen. That'll be super helpful. And so this is what we're covering here today, guys. We are covering the 6 simple steps to launching your own youth sports coaching business. And in a second, I will share a little bit more about who we are and why it is that I do this. I'm super passionate about this. And so a little brief introduction about who I am. For those of you that are not familiar with my work, my name is Coach Jessie Rodriguez Melendez. I am the proud owner of the Baseball Training Institute, the Baseball Homeschool Institute, and now the Sports Business Institute. And my mission is to help other coaches take their God-given gifts and talents and build the sports businesses of their dreams. Obviously, we've been in baseball. That's been our life for 15 years now. We started in a tiny little 3,500 square foot facility in the Bronx, New York. I quickly grew that business to over 6 figures a year. And we did it with over 17 different programs in that tiny little location. My vision is to have a community of leaders worldwide. I want to impact as many coaches as possible. And why do I want to do that? The reason I want to do that is because I know that with every coach that I reach, I'm reaching more youth. And ultimately, that's my goal. My goal when we set out to really build this business was for us to impact as much of the youth as possible. And with everything that's going on in our crazy world, there couldn't be a better time than right now for us to really impact the youth. Because by impacting the youth, that means we're impacting future generations. And so I want, I really know that the coaches here want and need this kind of help and support. I know that I would have killed to have this kind of support when we first started our business. When we started, I really had nothing really to go by. I used to run multi-million-dollar dental offices. That was my background. So I really knew nothing about the sports business. And so I really had to teach myself everything, literally everything that I'm about to sort of share with you guys. And so let me tell you what I'm going to cover here today. Today, I'm going to talk about making the decision because that's super huge. If you missed my live about fear, I'm going to implore you to go back and listen to that live because I know for me, when we first started, if I would have allowed fear to creep in, and I always say fear is false evidence appearing real. If I would have allowed fear to creep in, we would have never done this. And had we not done it, we would have missed out on all the amazing opportunities that came our way. The incredible impact that we had. We helped over 100 of our players go to college with scholarships. We helped 5 of our players sign professionally. And so imagine if I would have allowed my fear to stop us, it would have prevented all of those young people that we were there to serve. They would have never gotten to that level. So today, my topic of discussion is going to be making the decision, okay? And then that's step number one, is really making the decision. When you really decide something, then everything else you figure out and you find ways to make it happen, right? So number one is making the decision. Number two is going to be naming your organization. Okay, so coming up with the name is going to be vital, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that. Consecrating your decision and how you do that. Number four will be getting incorporated. So really, solidifying your business and making it legal. Branding your business and why that's so important. And then getting social and how to use social media to launch your business. And hey, using social media nowadays is free. So if it's free, it's for me, right? So number one is making the decision, right? That's what I was talking about. And so once you've gotten past your fears and you say, okay, this is something that I really want to do. One of the methods that you can implement is called the SWOT method. Okay. It stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And so the SWOT analysis is a technique for assessing these four aspects of your business. Okay. Once you've already decided. You can also use SWOT analysis to make the most of what you've got. Okay, so your organization is put in the best advantage, and you can reduce the chances of failure by understanding what you're lacking and eliminating hazards that would otherwise catch you unaware. Okay, and better still, you can start to craft a strategy. That's, where you start putting everything together for yourself that distinguishes you from your competitors so that you compete successfully in your market. Okay. And so this is the big one, right, guys? Naming your organization. I always say naming your organization is literally like having a baby. I remember when it was time for us to come up with the name, you get all of these emotions, all of these feelings, and it's exciting. And you're like, oh my God, what are we going to name, our business? And so I always sort of compare it, or, to me, it felt literally like we were naming our baby. And so this is where it starts to get fun, and it also starts to get very real. Okay, so the name that you choose needs to sound good when it's said out loud. So you're going to want to write down a bunch of names and say them out loud, say them to other people, see how other people feel about it. The name that you're going to use also has to have a meaning, and it needs to convey a benefit. Okay, so when I say Baseball Training Institute, just in those three words, you know who we are, you know who we serve. And obviously we're some type of training or school or academy, right? The word institute sort of solidifies that for us. And then you're going to want to test it out on Google AdWords. Okay, so you could do a search in Google AdWords. You're also going to want to ensure that the name that you come up with is actually available, because the worst thing is to actually decide on a name and then go to look for it and it's not available. Okay, so make sure that the name that you choose is actually available for usage. Okay, then this is how you consecrate your decision. You actually buy your URL, and the platform that we use and that I prefer is called GoDaddy. It's just you just do and go into your URL and you put in GoDaddy.com. Once you land on GoDaddy, it's actually going to have you do a search. And so let's say the name of your business is, Big Hits, and you want it to be bighits.com. You're going to actually do a search and see if bighits.com is available. If it's available, great. You go ahead, you buy the URL, and that will be how you set up your website. That will also be, how you start building your business out. And so make sure, again, that once you choose your URL, that it sounds good, usually that it's shorter. You don't want a super long URL. And what's really cool with URLs now is that they don't necessarily have to be .com or .net. You could do big.hits. That is another form of URL. So I love that now, that where before it was only .com or .net, you can actually personalize it a little bit more. Okay, but that's huge. Once you've chosen your URL name and you buy it, that's how you're going to start to build out your website. So very exciting. And then your next step would be to get incorporated. So I'm going to talk to you about the 3 mistakes to avoid when incorporating, because it's really important that you do this right the first time, okay? And get it done right the first time. So I'm going to talk about the 3 mistakes to avoid when incorporating your business. So number 1, the first mistake is don't do it on your own, especially if you're just getting started in business. I really am going to implore you to hire a pro. Okay, so just like your athletes are going to come to you and they're going to depend on you and your expertise to guide them in your sport, you will need a tax pro to handle this for you. Okay, so really important. I'm going to advise you to hire a pro. The second thing to avoid is not understanding your incorporation setup. Really important for you to understand that. Many people think they'll pay less in taxes if they have a particular type of business entity, but this isn't always necessarily true. Okay, so what you're going to want to ensure, and this is where your pro is going to come in, this is where your accountant, the pro that you hire, is going to be able to walk you through it, because there's LLCs, there's S Corps, there's C Corps, there's partnerships, which I'm going to talk about next. And so you want to make sure that the type of incorporation that you're setting up is properly set up for you, your life, your business, the rest of your assets. You have to really ensure that you do this right the first time, okay? And if you are going into a partnership, please listen to me on this one, okay? Do not forego a formal agreement with business partners, please, okay? I don't care if they're your best friend, if they're a family member. Please, please, please do not forego a formal agreement. Get it in writing right from the beginning. If you are going in as partners and you're going in so that there's an understanding, perhaps you're the actual coach and you have a partner that wants to be a silent partner, let's say, they just want to invest the money, they want to, make a little money off of their investment. Make sure that it's all perfectly written out. If that person is coming in and they just want to be the management side of things and you're going to be sort of the head person, make that all very clear in a legal agreement, okay? So that if something ever arose, you have it in black and white and it's all written out so that you don't run into any complications. Trust me when I tell you, we've been there and it's not a happy place to be. So please make sure that you have all of your formal agreements and that it's done legally, and you do it. You're going to spend a little bit more on an attorney, but in the long run, it'll be worth it for you. Okay. Your next step is going to be to brand your business. Oh my gosh, this is like the best part. This is what I love doing. This is what I've helped so many coaches now achieve. I'm currently working with a coach that just literally, we just redid his website. It looks absolutely phenomenal. His brand has been brought up to a whole nother level. And so branding your business and why this is so important. Okay, so branding, and what is it? Simply put, your brand is defined by a customer's overall perception of your business, okay? And so brand identity is the way that you convey this to the public with visuals and messaging and experience. Your brand strategy will influence how you present your identity and align with it for your purpose so that you create the most impact, okay? Purpose behind your brand. So what is that? Before making any branding decisions, first consider this. What is the perception you want to impress on your customers, your clients, your players? What's your goal for your brand? Be authentic and really dig into the core of why it is that you have your company. This high-level strategy should help to guide your branding decisions, okay? So really important there. And then logo, and define it. What is the logo define? The logo is an easily recognizable graphic symbol that identifies a company, a commercial product, or any public or private entity. It is one of the ways to distinguish a brand in a competitive world. A logo is generally a combination of, typographies, graphic symbols, and colors. And fonts and design is super important, okay? If I could just say one word for those of us that are in the US, if I say the word, or if I just mention UPS, what do you think of? you think of the brown, you think of their UPS logo, right? Like that's the first thing that comes to mind. It's so deeply embedded in their brand that they could just literally put their logo out and they wouldn't have to say one other thing. McDonald's is another one like that. Disney's another, right? They could just put their logo out. They don't have to say one word and we know exactly what we're talking about. And that's what you want your brand to become. Okay. So super important brand in your business. The next thing would be to set up your professional mailing address. Okay. And you can actually do that through a UPS store if you don't want to use your own address, or if you have an actual brick and mortar, obviously that's what's going to be going on your business cards, on your, all of your, anything that you're going to put out, any type of advertisement that you're going to put out, banners, all of it. This is the part where you want to look super professional. So you're going to get a professional mailing address. You're going to get a professional looking email address. Okay. And make sure that, again, it represents your brand. And number 3, you're going to get a professional phone number. So make sure you can use Google Voice to get a free number. Once you've gotten this all in place, now you're ready to actually start presenting your business and getting yourself out into the world. Okay, so this is really important as well. So take some time to develop this part. Social media. So now we've gotten to the part where you can actually launch your business. You could actually get out in front of, people on these platforms that are all free for us. I absolutely love that this is free real estate, guys. You can literally set up your social media platforms. The 3 that I would suggest getting started with right away would be Facebook. And on Facebook, you can create a profile page. You would actually have to create first a profile page, and then you can create a business fan page. And again, you want this all to look really professional. You want it all to be high quality stuff. So setting up on Facebook would be the first platform. Instagram would be another great platform to get yourself on. Again, you can set up a profile page and you could set up a business page. And then you could also do Twitter. And there's tons of others now. Of course, we've got YouTube, we've got LinkedIn, we've got Snapchat, we've got TikTok, which I really am not a fan of and I don't use, but that's another platform that you can use. And I know that there's quite a few others, but these are the main ones. These are the bigger ones. And these are the ones that I would suggest you get started with right away. Why? Because you can actually set yourself up on Facebook today if you wanted to, and you can start presenting your business to the world if, you had all your other 5 steps in place, right? So you can get all those 5 steps done. You could probably accomplish this, guys, within a week. Like literally, you can get all of this stuff done within a week. So this for me this is how I'm teaching my coaches how to get set up quickly, how to actually, get all of those steps done, get yourself on these platforms and start marketing yourself. And so people start to know who you are and what is it that you're doing. Okay, this is such a great way to do it, and it's free. It's free to do this. You could do lives on all of these platforms. You can go live and you could just start spreading the message. Hey, this is Coach, Jason, and I just started my youth sports coaching business. I'm here to serve my community. This is where I can be found. This is my phone number. This is my email. Shoot me a quick message through Messenger and I'll tell you all about my services and products. Boom, easy, right? So a great way to get yourself set up and out there. And then of course, if you're like me and I like to fast track my success, you can hire a coach. And I have now been working with youth sports coaches and helping them set up their businesses. I have a course that I've actually launched at this point. Want to offer you that course today for an incredible price that you're really not going to be able to find for long. I'm going to put it out there for a little bit at this special offer, and then it's going to go up. So today for the next 24 hours, you're not only going to be able to get my course, which is $97, but I'm offering you for just $197, 30 days with me to walk you through this whole process, okay? And I'm going to sweeten the deal just a little bit more. If you want to become an Inner Circle VIP member, I'm offering that for the next 24 hours at 50% off. That you can see inside of my course. So let me just take you inside and show you actually what you get in the course, because it is absolutely bananas, everything that I offer in this course, guys. Okay, so starting with my welcome, you get welcomed into our private Facebook group so that you can ask any questions. Okay, and this is my sports business bootcamp. Okay, this walks you through this whole process that I just walked you through, how to get you set up, and you can do all of this within 30 days. I help you get all set up. I walk you through step by step. I hold your hand and walk you through it. You get a course workbook that actually helps keep you accountable to what you're doing. Module 1, guys, is 4 parts right there. I mean, well, it's really only 3 parts, because module number 1 is just the welcome video. But then this walks you through how to decide, how to define your business, how to write a highly effective sports business plan. Okay, so huge. This in itself, that sports business plan is well worth over $500, just that. Okay, and so in this course, you're getting all of this for just $97. Number 2, module 2 walks you through how to come up with your name, naming your business. Module number 3 is how to secure your URL. I walk you through step by step how to do that. Module number 4 is incorporating and how to incorporate. Number 5 is all about branding. I walk you through how to brand. I bring you inside and I show you some of the platforms that I use that will make this super simple for you. Module number 6 is launching, how to get launched, how to market your business, how to use social media, how to set up your social media platforms, how to create your website. I even give you advertising ideas on how to advertise. Then we go into the bonuses, guys, and these bonuses are phenomenal. Okay, bonus number 1 is financing your business and how to find the funding if you're needing funding for your business. Bonus number 2 is where and how to work effectively, so how to set up your workspace and how to think out of the box. A lot of coaches think they have to have big, huge facilities to run a sports business. Well, in this course, I teach you how you don't necessarily have to do that and what are some of the options and how to think out of the box for workspace. I give you a list of all of my tools and resources. There's tons and tons of resources, guys, that I use that are absolutely phenomenal. I walk you through all of those in this section. I walk you through all of the tools and resources that I use, and there's tons. And that's going to help you so much in using the right tools and resources to get your business set up. I give you a thank you gift. I give you my 12-month cash calendar that's going to walk you through. And hey, we're at the end of the year. What a great time to actually sit and map out the 12 months of your business and how to do that. If you're wanting to get certified, if you're not certified and you'd like to get certified, that's something that I can actually help you do. I can walk you through that process. This is where I introduce Inner Circle. And if you, again, for 24 hours, I am offering Inner Circle at 50% off, guys. My Inner Circle is usually $3,497. If you take advantage for the next 24 hours, I'm offering it to you for 50% off. Huge, okay? That's where you're with me for 90 days. And I walk you through this whole process. And I actually even help you set up. It's a done with you course where I help you set up all of your graphics. I walk you through the process of setting up all your social media. I walk you through how to do all of your advertising. I walk you through literally hand in hand. I walk you through all of it. And then I give you an opportunity, if you have more questions and you want to jump on a free call with me, I give you the opportunity to do that as well. So guys, this is an incredible offer, one that I'm only going to make available to you for the next 24 hours for being on this masterclass with me. I want to thank everyone so much. I hope that this has brought tons and tons of value to you. And again, I look forward to seeing you guys On the inside, I'm going to put the link for the sales page. If you're just wanting to buy the course, I'm going to put the link in the event. So on Facebook, I'm actually going to add the link for the sales page. You're going to be able to get, the course is $97. You can buy it anytime. It is $97. I don't know how long I'll leave it at the $97 price point, because as you can see, there's tons and tons and tons of value in here. But for today only, for the next 24 hours, you can take advantage and get me for the next 30 days for $197, or the next option and offer that I'm giving you for 24 hours is to become a part of our inner circle. And that is usually $3,497 for 90 days. I'm offering that at 50% off. That is huge. You get me for 90 days. I walk you step by step. I hold your hand, and I really help you develop your business and get you out and, launched and scaling even. So again, guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I look forward to seeing a lot of you on the inside. I hope that this has brought you tons and tons and tons of value. And I will drop the link to the sales page to the course in the event. I will also send it in an email. Actually, what I will do right now is I will actually put it in the chat section here so you guys can grab it from here as well. So let me just grab my sales page, and I will drop it in here for you guys as well. So I really hope that this has really helped a lot of you, because that's my mission. My mission is to help as many coaches as possible to build and launch and scale their businesses. And if you were here with me today, I am holding a drawing. I'm picking out from the names of the people that were here with me live today. I'll be picking out, and I will be sending you an Armored Athlete hat or shirt. You're gonna get to pick. And for those that are not familiar with Armored Athlete, it's my my scripture inspired apparel wear this is the whole premise. It's no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And it's an apparel wear line that I actually launched a few years ago. It's one of the things that I can actually teach coaches as well. And so again, remember, some of these upgrades are only going to be available for 24 hours. Take advantage of it, guys. And it's holiday season. So what a great time for you to build and launch your businesses. I hope all of you take advantage of these incredible, incredible upgrades that I've made available for you for the next 24 hours. The course is available to you now at any point. Thank you for being here with me today. And feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me on all of the social media handles. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on all of them. Feel free to reach out. If you do have any questions, I'd love to help any way that I can. Make it an incredible, incredible day on purpose. And remember to always stay unbeatable. I'll see you guys soon.